You're wrong, but okay.
You know, I have a list of every time you've said that, and every time in the end, you ended up admitting I was right.
I'm going to call bullshit on that one.
I'm serious. It goes all the way back to 3rd grade. And yes, you did have the sass level back then.
Whatever. Joan is not going to pick David.
Well, she's def not picking Eduardo. That guy's a total sleaze.
You thinking he's a sleaze has nothing to do with her opinion.
He's going to end up on To Catch a Predator.
They don't have that show anymore.
They'd bring it back for this guy.
Do you ever wonder why there's never a gay version of The Bachelorette?
I guess I never really thought about it.
I mean, I think queer couples would be too smart to play into this crap, but the acknowledgement would be nice. It's also heteronormative.
It's like Eve just crawled into your mouth and started talking.
I do my own research, you know.
Why?
Just because. It's good to be informed. I mean, statistics show that a third of the population at this point identifies as an orientation other than straight. I want to be inclusive.
Right. I guess that's smart. I mean, my favorite journalist is bisexual, so I suppose I should try that too.
Being bisexual?
Research, you dork. I mean, Jessa Hinton is all over blogs and internet media, and was a reporter for ESPN.
She's also bi.
See? You were right. Research. I'm sure there are people who also did some freaky X-Files level stuff back in the day before really getting into it, and you can always go back to those roots.
Like a cover piece on a visiting shaman telling Obama his aura?
The point is, fringe topics in the internet can help you get big.
What happens to the fringe topics after that, though?
I don't know. Why?
Just curious. I mean, I figured the stories were the important thing.
Look, I'm not deaf, and I have been paying attention. I know you're grumpy.
I'm fine.
Morg, it's me. And Eve's not here to make a comment. I know this bothers you.
I just know how committed you are to stuff. I know how badly you want this to work out for you. Journalism is definitely your calling, but don't get lost in it. This is a real story, and it's heartbreaking enough already.
I know. And I know my excitement probably comes off the wrong way. It just feels real now, you know? We're doing something good. It's working. It just makes me happy to see.
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy.
How sweet.
It doesn't mean you're right about The Bachelorette.
We can agree to disagree there. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you really go out with the cheer squad?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Because you've been acting weird, and Eve has too.
Yeah, well, she needs to mind her own business.
You know you can tell me anything, right? Even if you were off burying a body. Oh god, were you?
No, it was just embarrassing and not a big deal.
What, did you go to the comic book store or something?
It's nothing. Seriously.
You're the boss. Did you pick your roommates yet?
No, I'll probably do random.
Bad idea, considering you're the most picky person I know.
I'm mellow.
You used to clean my room for me so it was compliant to your standards for sleepovers.
I'm a creature of habit.
The phrase you're looking for is uptight.
If I was loosey-goosey like you, maybe I always would have ended up getting locked out on a 115-degree day. Twice.
The world is too exciting to be keeping track of keys 24/7.
How the hell are you going to survive without me?
I don't know. That's part of the problem. I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for being more than a bike ride away from you.
Well, there's other ways. It might be an expensive Uber trip, but there's always a bus.
Yeah, but what happens when I decide I want a Buffy night, or we should watch a crappy B horror movie on Netflix, and oh, nope, Morgan is a 4-hour bus ride away.
That'll give it time to buffer.
You're ridiculous.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Please don't start singing.
The ladies love my singing voice.
Ladies? Weirdo. Speaking of ladies, have you texted Rick at all?
Oh, no, not yet.
Look, I know you're not a huge dating person, but I honestly think he'd be good for you. He's basically male you.
Trust me, the last thing I want to do is date myself. The second to last thing I want to do is date a male version of me.
I read an article about how people either want to date someone exactly like them, or someone who's their total opposite.
I think I'm an opposite kind of gal. Well, maybe not completely opposite.
We could make a marriage pact for when we're 40. Just do it.
Wouldn't be so bad.
Well, besides the sexual frustration.
Yeah, because I've got none of that right now.
Why? Who are you crushing on?
No one, nothing. I just mean generally. Hormonal teenager, you know?
You'd tell me though, right? If you liked someone or if you started dating someone at school.
Yeah, of course. Why?
Because we're best friends, and I need to know first. Before your mother.
Right.
I don't think either of us have actually really dated anyone before. Like, seriously. That's gonna be weird.
Why?
Well, like, I ask you if you want to get dinner or something, and you say, can't, I'm going out with Chad tonight.
Chad? Really?
Point is, I'm likely to get jealous.
Trust me. Same.
You're just not allowed to leave me, okay? No moving to Minsk or Alaska or South Africa because of his job or something, alright?
I would never.
Now, you come over, let's get pizza, and let's just have some mindless reality TV binging. No guy talk, no college talk, no podcast talk.
I'll remind you, you started all three of those talks, but yes, ma'am.
Hush.